On October 9, 1999, the city of Los Angeles had the honor of kicking off the World Festival of Sacred Music, the Americas, a 9-day citywide event whose purpose was to promote peace, cultural awareness, and community partnerships through music. Similar events are planned for Asia, Africa, Europe, and Australia, all culminating with a global festival in India. Locally, Barnes Dollar Park hosted many of Day One's activities. And Los Angeles being such a culturally rich city, the groups performing represented a talented mix of artists. The day started at sunrise with a traditional greeting of the sun led by CUAUHTEMOC AZTECA dance.
There's only one dance, and that dance is called Nauyoli. The Naui means four, Olins means movement. It's the four movements. That is Nauyoli. And it's when the sun came out, when the sunrise, everything starts moving. So we call everything to be in balance, in harmony, and equilibrium, in order to let us, to enjoy the life.
Key to the music of these Mexica warrior dancers is the use of drums. They make their own.
You soak the skin for about 2 days. After you soak it, you mark the drum, and then you cut it. And then we're gonna make holes that correspond with the pegs. And after that, you tie it, and you just let it dry until it's hard.
Festival goers could participate in their own craft by making urban peace flags.
These are peace banners that represent peace, and people are using their own imagination and being creative, creating images that represent peace to them. We're using fabric, we're using glue, Elmer's glue to stick fabric, form like a collage. A lot of artists have just basically chosen to use the fabric markers on fabric.
It's a sun with the little dots on it, the sun and the moon.
But the main attraction of the day was, of course, the music, all of which had a sacred message behind it, an idea with very auspicious roots.
The idea came from His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Tibet House organization in New Delhi. And the idea was, wouldn't it be amazing if the entire world affirmed these values through music?
It's really an opportunity to gather all our spiritual forces in our city and the cultural forces, which often work together, to celebrate and to do something interesting before the millennium period. We are the North American site for the World Festival of Sacred Music, and we really wanted it to happen in LA, because LA is a place where the diversity of culture, diversity of beliefs, diversity of faiths is all here.
The purpose of this festival is to encourage peace throughout the world and to underscore the fact that we are interdependent on each other. All cultures, no matter what color we are dependent upon each other. And if we do partnerships together, we can certainly achieve the goals of peace. We've done it through music because music is the universal language, and all people seem to be able to get together around the conversation of music.
Mofika and kekere tutusi lekunmi, Ashe. We put a few drops of cool water on our ground. Ashe. Tutu. Ashe. So that everyone here will be cool and refreshed. Kosiofo. So there will be no loss. Kosidina. So we will not be overwhelmed by negativity.
The style of Aladun originated in Africa.
What we did today was basically a ground blessing. It originates from Nigeria, from the Yoruba people, which is one of the largest groups there in Nigeria.
As lunchtime rolled around, it was time for CUAUHTEMOC AZTECA dance to return to help greet the midday sun. And speaking of lunchtime, Derek's Jamaican cuisine was on hand to provide one and all with some authentic flavors of the islands. After lunch, the world tour continued further south with a stop in Brazil, thanks to Ballet Folclórico do Brasil.
Capoeira, the combination of dance and martial art. The slaves in Brazil, they use that art form to fight against slavery.
LA's Jazz Mentorship Program was represented by the LA Multi-School Jazz Band, an orchestra of students from schools throughout the greater Los Angeles area, under the direction of Reggie Andrews. Composer, master pianist, and JMP mentor, Patrice Rushen, was the group's special guest.
Getting a chance to play some demand music on a weekly basis.
For many, it becomes a spiritual journey to be able to play this music very, very well. The underlying factor in it all is that the music comes from a source that is greater than all of us.
East Los Angeles' own Bobby Rodriguez, a JMP founding member, was also on hand to offer his special blend of jazz and Latin rhythms.
What do you think? Is there hope in music?
The sacred music, of course, is the history that's involved in Latin music. The history of the rituals, the history of where and why and how the music started, struggles of peoples to express themselves. And the jazz music, because of the struggle of peoples to maintain their own status, the total expression of what's inside your soul.
As the day wound down, perhaps Vera Rocha of the Shoshone Gabrielino Nation summed up its true purpose best.
Every day is important. You're lucky to wake up with the sun, go to bed with the sunset. And that's what we're trying to tell people. And I hope everybody goes home satisfied and happy with a good feeling of what we're doing today.
With that, CUAUHTEMOC AZTECA dance prepared to say goodbye to the sun and welcome the night sky, reminding the crowd that it's a mistake to hate, but one that we can fix.